Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift, where we discuss things League of Legends, Bloodline Champions, other games, and pretty much anything that we find nice as I kick the camera. So, welcome. I am one of your hosts, Demon Machine, with my co-host Revel Zero.
And we also have with us Four-Court Jester, Vaniel, and...
We also have not Bloodline. Borderland Gaming's founder and...
Wow, you're really determined to make that rocky.
I am determined to make it rocky.
Sobi.
Sobi.
The best intro I've ever gotten.
It is.
Yeah, you're wait, who are... Yes.
Yes. So, welcome.
Welcome.
Glad to have you on the show.
He is our resident CIA agent. I mean, just look at him. He is...
Here's my Bond woman.
Here's his Bond woman. Maybe.
Real quick.
Well, or maybe not.
This is my Bond woman.
Oh,
It is.
Yes.
Hello, Bond woman.
Wow.
All right. So, we have a show for you today. We're not just showing you eye candy. Well, we are doing that.
We're gonna get all of our wives to just sit on our laps while we do the show.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh, I could do that. She's light.
You can totally do that.
Yep.
And we'll just mute yourself at a certain point.
All right. Continuing
that.
on. All right.
So first off, we have the results from the Intel Extreme Masters in New York. It was very interesting games. One of the big things was CLG was not supposed to be there in the first place due to they didn't qualify, but they got in because one of the Chinese teams couldn't make it, so they got to jump into that mess. The results were Fnatic won 2-0 over SK Gaming, which was pretty impressive. Very close games, both games, but well worth watching. I suggest going to see them. I do have video to show, but I don't have it ready. God damn it. I had it all downloaded and crap. So,
But yeah.
One day.
Yeah, it was great. And last week we had on Big Fat Missy. And
we were discussing
about
how they felt about going there.
They didn't seem, as their spokeswoman, they didn't seem to really mind that they didn't qualify, but they're still going. I guess they were kind of like, cool, yeah, whatever. Which is kind of.
Well, would you?
No.
No, I mean, But the Group A, it was pool play. Group A had Fnatic was 3-0. They didn't lose a single game throughout the entire tournament,
which is pretty awesome.
It is. CLG was 2-1. Dignitas was 1-2, and then lastly TSM was 0-3.
Ouch.
So,
Or Reginald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
So, Vaniel, did you want to comment on Group B, maybe? No?
B.
Well, I was supposed to go over the results. You were supposed to go over Group A.
Oh, okay.
Well,
then, for Group B, SK obviously was 3-0 since they were in the finals. Cypher was 2-1. Cursed was 1-2, and falling at the bottom was Tree Eskimos V8 clan. Unfortunately, all of the games were pretty close. There wasn't just any smashing, utter unwatchable games. So, please
You
go
sure?
watch
I
them.
saw at least one.
Yeah.
Well then, I thought that they were entertaining.
Well, entertaining, yeah, but
There was Fnatic. I mean, they did a really good job. I liked how they mixed it up a bit too. I mean, I don't remember seeing Shushay, for example, going a mid AP carry. I mean, usually he takes like a top lane but the last game that they played with him as Anivia was pretty damn good. So, I don't know, Fnatic, I didn't think it was that close the last game. I think they had it at like about the 15-minute mark. It was already over. But I'm just going to throw it out there. We've had Shushay on the show and their manager on the show, and they ended up winning. Coincidence? I think not.
Yep. Well, CLG's, granted we didn't have any of their... We had St. Vicious on.
We had St. Vicious on.
Yeah.
that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. That could be it. That's probably it.
Now, where will this open?
Yeah. I'm playing Russian roulette with opening this video file, so we'll see what happens. Was there anything else on that?
Nice.
Oh, it opened up over here. Yay.
All right.
For once, something went well.
But yeah, so there is that.
There is that.
So, Sobi, as a quick interlude while we're getting this ready, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, the website you started, all the jazz.
Sure. Quick background. I ran a Marble and Granite shop for 7 years as Chief Marketing Officer and partner. Sold it off about 2 years ago and decided to start Borderland Gaming and Borderland Media Group with my partner at the time and still partner, Eric fashioned Alan.
How do you go
it's
from
been-
rock
yeah,
and
marble and granite to that?
that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
completely different.
I'm very curious.
But
Oh, come on.
I just, I'm
put it over
30
up.
years old. At the time I was 28. I really wanted to do something with my life that I'm passionate about. I've been a gamer my whole life.
That works.
Never top level competitive, but always like very passionate about it. So I want to do something that I could really put everything into and
Just let it play.
get excited for every day. When I wake up, like actually want to contribute to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Stone Shop was successful, and I was very happy to have that experience. But Borderland Gaming and our other initiatives and projects is really what drives me now. That's worth putting my money into.
Yeah,
I agree.
We agree
So-
completely.
It's a great scene, amazing people. I mean, a lot of travel, and it's really a very unique explaining esports and explaining competitive gaming to people who really aren't familiar with it. The reaction is always the same. They're always extremely interested, and you can talk forever about it, and like nonstop. They're like,
Yeah. So working at the Stone
yeah.
Shop is how you got your nice, shapely self.
shapely self? I guess the gym. I don't know what you're talking about. My wife forces me to go to the gym. In fact, we're going back to Japan November 10th through the 20th, and she forced me to lose 15 pounds before we go.
Yeah, I
She-
can see that.
She held a gun to your head and made you run.
Yeah, it was this one.
Nice. Wow,
Wow,
I
what
really-
timing! That was
That
awesome.
was perfect.
You set that up. You
Yeah.
set that up.
That was great.
So what is that?
How
What
we
kind of
roll.
gun is that specifically?
It's a 6-hour 522, and I have a 9x scope on it.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
You must be an
Not bad.
American,
It's,
sir.
See,
Yeah,
action hero. Go remember.
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
American, yeah.
Called it.
You're still
I
going
totally
for the James
called it.
Bond thing because we've been. You have the James Bond. You have the Asian wife. What else? You got the gun sitting next to your
I'm not-
computer of all places.
I'm not sure how the
Yeah,
Asian
yeah.
wife goes along with the James Bond, but
Hey,
I'm willing
hey.
to work with it.
Yeah, I'm into.
Yeah, we're we'll move into that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we started off with the Bloodline Champions. We got really involved with that game, like in early closed beta, and we've kind of evolved with that game and helped promote it competitively by throwing, weekly tournaments. We were doing 2 a week in the beginning, and we've kind of moved on to bigger stuff, throwing like larger monthly tournaments, and now we're doing the Kill the King every week. We're actually fully integrated in the game. You can actually
Nice.
see our banner in the game, etc.
Very nice.
And just a sneak peek, we're giving the same number or the same amount of resources and energy and everything into Firefall and CS:GO. So you'll see a huge amp up with both of those. We have a shit ton of CS:GO keys that we're giving out. We're giving away 10 right now on our site. We'll be giving away like another 30 in the next like 2 weeks. So
Very nice.
we
Very
actually
nice.
just moved our FPS team into CS:GO. So
Wow. Man, I haven't played Counter-Strike in a long time, unfortunately.
yeah,
What happened to
CS:GO
Brink?
is the place. It's a place to start.
Yeah, did
Sylvie?
Brink just kind of fall off the scene?
Who?
Brink.
Brink.
Oh, Brink fucking died, dude. Like, we got involved in Brink. We were excited. We fucking talked to their lead writer. We talked to their community manager. We were all up in there, ready to go and like, attack. And we threw our first-person shooter team in, and it died within like 3 weeks, a month.
It didn't
Wow.
take long at all.
No,
Yeah.
dude, like top teams, like all signed on to the game, and then they all signed off the game. And it was it. Done.
What
They
was
just-
wrong with it?
So,
For those of us who
Haven't played the game.
or don't even know what it is. What is
It's
it?
first
Tell
person
me.
shooter. Oh,
Well,
it-
Brink's like it's
Not
a
all of our
first-person shooter,
viewers
and
even
it
know.
utilizes a mechanic. It's a smart button, and the smart button, instead of jump, like interacts with your environment in various ways, kind of like parkour. Like so if you're running up to something, you might jump over it, slide under it, whatever the fuck. And you might run up to a wall and
Yeah.
run along the wall. And, like that
Wall
was
run.
like the gimmick. And it seemed like a really good idea, but honestly, it was the
impractical.
the observer mode was terrible for esports. It just wasn't set up to succeed. So they
Sounds
they
familiar.
really need to build games around esports now. They're
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
With a show primarily about League of Legends, we've run into the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean, they really have been pushing the League of Legends as an esport, but are only just getting a viable observer mode out.
Yeah.
for
After-
everyone to use.
3 years.
They showed the new observer mode at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, and let me tell you, man, it was pretty awesome for IEM.
They unveiled
It
it
was
back
great.
at DreamHack, dude.
Yeah, it's been a year, or
I-
not a year, but
The first time I've seen it is then. I don't follow League of Legends as much as you guys, so.
yeah.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, that's
yeah,
cool.
it was. Yeah, so you
I
know.
think I'm level 60.
So,
You're doing better than Semler, don't worry.
so then I have a question for Vaniel and Jester. What do you guys think of the U.S.'s kind of failure at Comic-Con or
Saddening.
IEM? They didn't. European teams just stomped everybody basically. So this pendulum keeps swinging back and forth. Suddenly the U.S. teams will stomp, and then the Europeans, and it'll go back.
Well,
Think-
there aren't that many teams.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Vaniel, you look like you want to say something very smart-ass.
No, I was just
Or
gonna
very
say, I mean,
smart.
I still think you're forgetting about the Chinese teams. I mean,
Yeah,
we haven't really
I keep-
seen many European teams go up against the Chinese teams yet. So right now, in the tournaments and everything that we've seen here in the U.S., the Europeans have just been pretty much dominating. We got Fnatic that won then. They won at DreamHack. But as far as IEM is concerned, the European teams are doing really well. Chinese teams are doing really well over on that side of the ocean. So I kind of want to see the European teams and the Chinese teams go at it more than I want to see the U.S. teams.
Fair enough.
Well, it also might have to do something to do with the patches that we're on, right? Because they do tweak
Yeah.
the game, and if you do nerf a lot of the heroes that you see big in NA, but you don't touch the ones in EU or even buff the ones in EU, it's a little hard to compensate, especially when you don't play on EU or you don't play
Yeah.
on NA. You're always on those other servers. And then the Chinese came out and totally obliterated IEM Guangzhou. So, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
very disappointed that a China team did not represent in New York. I would have really liked to see that. But in terms of, COG, TSM, Curse I don't think will ever, very likely never be top 3. They got great players, but they're still too new a team. Like, they got a lot of experience to catch up on. COG is clan favorite, but they don't work together. Like, they're always solo queue. They're always streaming. They're always just by themselves. And,
Yeah.
we've alluded to this, and it's a public fact. They don't practice.
Yeah, it's.
Well, and the other thing with, and just to add something onto that, the thing with CLG too, I mean, you go look on the forums today, and you got Shouster like bad-mouthing Saint Vicious, and you have other people, they're just all bad-mouthing each other, blaming, playing the blame game, instead of saying, look, we could have improved on this, we could have improved on this, but instead they're
Yeah.
just blaming the other players on their team instead of taking responsibility. So
It's like taking
It
an
doesn't
all-star
really
team
help
from
them.
basketball and trying to,
yeah.
put them all together, and then suddenly, they're not playing as a team. They get together and play. They're just not playing as a team.
Yeah.
right.
Or like an Olympic basketball team.
Yeah.
Somewhat better,
They're a
but
bunch of solo queuers just
Yeah.
put together, and it happened to work really well for them. But, the more and more the EU comes out, they're getting coherent, they're practicing, they're signing on
Yeah.
all these players, and they practice. And
Yeah, and
it
when
will
they can
eventually catch up.
when they can read each other and they know exactly he's moving this way slightly, I know what he's going to do, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Then they can predict, and suddenly it'll be just a stomp. So
So I'm
Yeah.
a little disappointed at how NA teams did perform, but I'm not too surprised.
fair enough.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like whenever it just frustrates me to see that all that potential that they could be amazingly good, but they just apparently decide against it. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Can't make them do intelligent moves. Sorry, guys.
So
if you want to come on the show and contradict us, by all means. If you want to
Please
come
do.
on the show,
They're not listening, man. They're not listening.
I know, but
Okay.
they might see the
Somebody will tell 'em.
VODs. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's forums. They're like, hey, these guys are talking bad about you. But yeah, if you want to come on the
We're
show
not
and tell us
talking bad
why-
about him, though. I mean,
why
we
you
really are. We're
solo
not talking
queue?
bad about him. I mean, it's just basically an observation.
Yeah.
People on the forums, they call each other out on the forums and say what went wrong, and we're just bringing that to light. I mean, we're not talking bad about him at all.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on.
Wow, we have a lot of BLC in the chat here.
He'll see.
Sobi, what did you do, man?
Hold on, champions.
Oh.
He
Yes.
brought everybody in.
Yeah. And hey, all you guys, we have we didn't tell you about the giveaway today, did we, Vaniel? Just to whet their appetite for later. Daniel?
What happened?
Wait, what? The
Daniel
giveaway?
already talked about it in
What?
chat. You're way behind.
Yeah,
No,
but he
no,
did
I'm
say
sorry.
it on
I just,
video.
No, I'm
Video.
sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you said a racial slur there for a second. So. For some reason, I thought you said the word wetback. I don't know why.
yeah, you didn't
I have
really
no idea why I
enunciate.
thought you said that.
Yeah, I
but-
didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did not do that.
You
did
said
I?
whet their appetite, and
Yes, whet
it
their-
came
yeah.
across as
Yeah,
wrong.
so-
okay, whet their appetite.
So what are we
Got
giving
it.
away today at
Moving
the end of
on.
the show? What are we giving away today at the end of the show, Daniel?
Well, I said it in chat, but I think I bought a store out of Riot Cards. So they didn't have any $10 cards, and so I had to buy one $25 card that will be given away. So
Oh, the horror.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
poor
a little
us.
bit more than usual, but one lucky person will get $25, and use that to buy some Halloween skins tomorrow.
Yeah.
The 18th.
So-
Well, I guess now's a good
so
time
tell
to
us
talk
about
it, right?
Yeah. See, look at that segue. What did it do? What did it do?
Yeah, talk about Segway. No, patches tomorrow. You know, we get a new champion. We get his 2 skins like normal. I'm actually kind of surprised at the Halloween skins, though. I mean,
Really, do tell.
Annie is getting one, and she just got a skin like a month ago. I don't know why
Yeah.
why they feel the need to give her more, but
She's
popular.
really,
she's
really cute.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, you look at the picture of like Carmen. Someone actually posted this on the forums. Take a look at Carmen, and take a look at Annie, and tell me that Annie would be better as a Frankenstein? No, come on. I mean, Carmen would be totally better. But I understand why they did it. They needed to have Frankenstein and the woman, you know, so they needed Annie there as well with Tibbers and whatever. Fiddlesticks is the one I'm actually kind of excited about, even though it's not listed.
That wasn't in
I'm
the patch preview, yeah.
Riot
Yeah,
likes
it
to
wasn't the
dress up
patch
little
preview,
girls.
but the splash art's already out there, and that's the one I'm looking forward to because that one was actually someone on
Were
the
we too
forums
loud?
that had a good idea, and then Riot said, okay, we'll do it.
Turn
So
our volume down.
I'm hoping that it's going to be a legendary for Fiddle, but at the same time they may be holding off since Fiddle got a Halloween skin last year.
Ah. But he's so like
yeah,
he just screams Halloween.
He does. I mean, yeah,
It's
the
like
Fiddle skin is the one that I'm really waiting for, but Nocturne has a really nice skin coming out. That one looks really cool. There's a couple others I can't remember because I really don't give a damn
Halloween,
about
Mr.
'em.
Two.
But
They also
yeah, I
had,
have,
Blitzcrank. I don't understand the skin behind
Oh,
Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank. Yeah,
Audio.
there's the Blitzcrank one. I don't really understand that one either.
Yeah.
Incognito Blitzcrank. It's sort of like,
Yeah, right there.
what is
Yeah,
it?
definitely
I
not
like that.
Blitzcrank. I think that was what they called it in the video. I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
understand.
what is he? He
Why
has
can't I
like
hear
a
it then?
coat and some glasses on or something. I mean,
He looked white,
Alright.
yeah. Instead of like golden, he's more of a white color. I don't know.
yeah, I mean,
The
he's got like
Nocturne one I
a little
understood.
mustache and all that. Oh, yes, there's also the Nidalee skin that I'm actually kind
Bewitched.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I.
Yep, when
Yeah.
you see her in the
Look at
right
that
now.
little smile of his.
I might have to. Yeah, I'm just, let me just say this. I'm glad Riot's finally providing some more fat material. So
I was kind of
Wow.
liking the ghost skin for Nocturne. I think it's
the
kind
ghost
of
skin for
clever.
Nocturne is nice.
Yeah.
Just a sheet over his head.
Yeah, it is.
I only have one complaint about the Nocturne skin. You have Spooky Gangplank and you have Spooky Fiddlesticks or whatever the hell the name is, and then you have Nocturne. Like, it doesn't really fit into that whole ghostly
He's-
thing, especially since the Fiddle and the Nocturne, or the Fiddle and the Gangplank originally, they were supposed to be kind of see-through, but and that's part of the reason why they weren't released for so long, is because they couldn't get the whole
Right.
transparency thing to work. So,
What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm going to buy all of them anyway, of course. But I'm more excited about some of them than others.
Oh.
Yeah, we know you're gonna buy them all. Yeah.
Oh, of course I am.
Yeah. $2,000 and counting. No point in stopping right now.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
have-
Which is why we.
$2,000
Yeah.
on League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blitz's incognito.
Vaniel has
That's right.
every possible skin you can buy in the store and then some, including obviously every
Level
character.
32. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he has everything, which is rather impressive.
It is.
And
We'll tell everybody that every show.
yeah, every show we got to tell you.
I have.
So
Well, I'm on a quest though to get more RP than IP. So
stop playing and buy cards. That's the key.
Right
Yes.
now, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I have 10,500 RP, and I have 29,000 IP. So, eventually, if I keep spending my IP, it'll eclipse, and I'll actually have more right points than I do influence points.
And everybody will shake their heads and
One day.
One day.
So, Mr. Sobe.
One day soon.
Mr. Sobe, how do you
Yep.
feel about your name sounding like a delicious sports drink?
Actually, it's derived from that. Like, I came. That name is I don't know, 14 or 15 years old when I used to go to raves, and I used to bring like Sobe, like not the energy drink, but like just a
Yeah,
Yeah, the
bottle
one
of
with
juice
the little-
drink. Like,
Yeah,
to
the
raves
lizard
all
on
the
it.
time, and
yeah.
people used to call me Sobe-Wan Kenobi, and then it kind of became Sobe-Wan, and then it became Sobe-Wan because it just sounded better and looked better.
You sure they weren't calling you the sober one?
Definitely weren't calling me the sober one. I'll tell you that right now.
That's good.
But,
Since a lot of our viewers watch or play League of Legends, how would they want to transition if they were to play Bloodline Champions?
Well, not transition.
Well,
just tell us.
give us like
no
a
transition at all. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for a game that you can log into,
Tell us
play
what
it
kind of
for,
game it is.
Well, it's a combination. It's kind of like WoW Arena, combined with like a Dota style as far as like the camera angles and stuff like that. It's third-person view, directional based attacking, pure skill shots. The game does right now have a very very high learning curve. So if you want to play competitively, I mean, you're going to be playing for a while.
Boom.
Because there's already established teams on there that have been playing for a long time and they're extremely good. However, they have implemented a lot of things to make the game a lot more casual.
It's a bug.
So, I mean, you're able to level up, like account progression and stuff like that. Kind of get the hats like you have to, like dress up your characters. with
Love me
weapons
some
and all that
hats.
kind of stuff, all aesthetic. Yeah, hats are great, man. They're great business model. But yeah, so the game's a lot more like noob friendly, a lot more casual friendly.
yeah.
So definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a game that you can just play for 5 minutes, play for 20 minutes, play for an hour, whatever, BLC is a great game just to have installed. I mean, it's free to play. There's no reason
Yeah.
not to have it installed on your computer.
I was actually playing some today, and one of the things I really liked about it is you can play for 5 minutes. They don't take
Right.
forever. You can get a couple games in. You can get several games in 15 minutes, which is the shortest Dominion game you've ever played. So if you're in a real time
Depends on the
crunch,
queue.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I like LoL. Like, I play LoL, but I'm not good at all. Like, I'm.
They're gonna turn on you now.
It's cool. It doesn't matter.
They're gonna
Like,
turn
I
and
play-
destroy
I play games. I'm
you.
a gamer. I play.
You also got a gun, so it's good.
Yeah.
That's right. I have a gun. It's intimidating.
A really nice
So,
gun, shiny.
That's only one of them. I have quite a few.
I
But,
have no doubt, sir.
But when I lose in League of Legends, which is usually, unless my team carries me, playing something
Good
like
man.
DLC is nice,
Good
like,
man.
it's kind of a quick game just to win in, or,
Yeah.
Losing.
fuck around in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of
You can
fun.
spend 40 minutes losing in LoL, or you can spend 5 minutes losing in DLC if you're bad. So,
that's also nice.
So
It's one of those kind of things. It'll be very frustrating when you've just spent 40 minutes playing a game and you lose to something stupid, probably.
Or
Yeah.
when-
Oh, it's more frustrating in DLC. Trust me.
I haven't.
Wow. See, we should have him on more often. And
Yeah.
in those just quiet times, we'll just pull out the gun and
Yeah.
and then
That's all that needs
those
to happen.
22s.
Yeah, I like it.
So shoot your wall, and then we'll.
Yeah, that's
We want to see the hole.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I got 25-yard range out back.
Nice. I bet you're a really good shot on that 25-yard range.
I have a place. I'm in my place in Connecticut right now.
Very nice.
Your place.
Your
Wow.
place in Connecticut. You need to go
like
into the
how-
rocking business or the
I
stone
like how
business.
you say that.
Is that what you
Like, my
said?
place in Connecticut, but you should really see my place in the Bahamas.
So. Trying
Yeah.
to reach chat.
So
So go on.
go ahead and enjoy the chat for a little bit. We'll jump back to some of the tournament news. The National ESL is going to be doing a weekly Dominion tournament, and I forgot what they're going to call it. And so this is going to be quite interesting.
Dominion Nestle.
Yes, Dominion Nestle. I'm happy. I like Dominion. I can't
Yeah,
wait
it's
to
a lot
see
of
it
fun.
get more.
And the more people play tournaments with it, the more interesting builds and interactions you're going to get because people are actually going to think about it and try.
And I also
So
would like
that's
to.
nice.
I would also like to say one thing that Riot is balancing Dominion in some facet. They mentioned it when they were patch notes and stuff like that they're, doing
So they're
things.
gonna bounce the heroes that nobody plays in Summoner's Rift?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Fair
that's the idea.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Well, it's something.
We'll start to see Heimerdinger being played and a
Jax.
lot of other champions that no one ever plays anymore.
Yeah.
Or it just gets completely banned. Yeah.
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 Well, you can only ban so many characters, so...
So then I guess we'll jump from that one to the WCG Australia, which was apparently a massive failure, not due to World Gaming or World Cyber Games or to League of Legends. It started off
It
as,
was bad,
very
man.
long tournament, best of threes, all going to be streamed, I take it? I can remember.
Yeah, apparently Jester...
They were supposed to be.
Yeah, and so Jester, you
Yeah,
want to give us your
Yeah,
tournament rant this week?
Yeah, well, I saw a lot of similarities in this with Devastation, but this really took the cake. Like, getting your flight information a few days before you're supposed to fly out, going there blind, not knowing where your accommodation is going to be,
nice.
not even really knowing where the convention center is, actually, because they didn't even really give them an address. It said, show up. Okay, great.
We're
Everyone
here.
flew there. Everyone kind of took their own set, like a fleet of cabs all together, because we're just following the leader at this point. You get there, there's 10 computers, and they're doing at least 2, if not 3 games. Like, titles. They're doing Counter-Strike, League of Legends, I think they're doing something else, I just can't remember what it is. They have 10 computers! 10!
Wow.
For, like, 90 pros sitting there. Or, well, 90 contestants, I guess.
Yeah.
10.
I
Wow.
don't actually know if
Go
I'm
them.
doing it,
10.
but- Yeah, so it's like, alright, scrap everything, best of one, everything. Everything best of one.
StarCraft.
Grand Finals, trip to Korea, placements in the next big WCG, best of one. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fail.
That's not even the worst part of it. They got there. They got there that night, and day one's done. Fine. Everyone takes their luggage, which they kept with them because they had no idea where to put it. Went off to the hotel. There's up to 9 people booked in a single hotel room.
What?
Up to
9?
9 people. People were sleeping on floors, chairs, fold-outs, 2 to a bed, 3 to a bed.
What the hell?
Ooh.
Some of the
Wait,
some of the
3
big
to a
teams-
bed now.
Wait. So we got some intrigue going on here.
Some of the bigger teams with sponsors called up their sponsors, get us the hell out of here. Went to a separate hotel out of their own pockets just because they wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
The team that won was the local team who had houses.
They can go home and sleep.
Wow.
That's priceless.
That's the big drama. That's the big drama.
That's... Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I was alerted to this morning by Shinx, who's one of the WCG. He used to be a Han cyber gamer admin. Now it looks like he's running the law division out in Australia. He's probably going to be ranting on it on Thursday.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah. Check that out. That'll be interesting. So, Sobe, do you do much streaming or anything to that effect, like
Like me personally, or
Yeah.
like our company?
or both?
You're
I
you're
don't
pet-
so much.
You guys know I've streamed for him, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Forecourt's done some
He's
streaming for us
epic.
in shoutcasting.
Just Google
Semler
Forecourt.
is currently our main streamer and caster.
He's your
and
superstar.
actually, he is our superstar. He's our esports director.
Because Cass
Um,
went and got a girlfriend, the jerk.
Yeah, Cass discovered women, so I can't compete with pussy. So
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
right here.
true.
Yeah. None of us can. It's all right.
Yeah, so yeah,
Especially when they're so
we started
friendly.
off, when we started off Borderland Gaming, like I used to do all the streaming. I actually did some casting, but as soon as I found people to do it for me, I stopped. So.
Well, hey, when you know someone's
Distributing
better.
responsibilities is a wonderful thing. I
Yeah.
can speak.
Well,
Delegating's
there's
the manager's
so many,
job.
There's so many like avenues for expansion right now that I just don't have time to do that type of shit.
Yeah.
I love it, but I just don't have time for it. And then as far as streaming like casuals and stuff, I'm just not a good enough player to do that. This doesn't make sense.
Fair enough. As a quick question of this one's, I guess, for Jester. How is casting Bloodline? Because it seems like it'd be extremely fast and very difficult to do.
Yeah, it depends on the game, really. But if you can talk nonstop for about 2 minutes, you're good.
Oh, nice.
That's about the limit. After that, it goes into sudden death. You don't get a lot of those, but sometimes you just really need to take a breath, and you can't because they're still going at it. So it's a little hard to do the play-by-play. Ask Mr. 2. I had Mr. 2 on the Beyond Gaming DLC stream. I'm like, okay, dude, go. and he just kind of fell over all his words. So I took over the play-by. He did the analysis, which was amazing because, well, he knows a lot more about the game than I do. But you want to hone your play-by-play, you want to hone how to not trip over words and actually form coherent sentences really quickly, get two good teams together and swap it off with someone because, my God, like, you're going to go, and then you got to have a 10-second break, and then you got to go, and then you have a 10-second break. It's kind of like marathon running almost.
Nice.
Get yourself a
Sprinting.
procaster, get a triple caster, just go with it in circles, but it will really get you up to speed and how to really put stuff togetger very quickly.
Let's get that
They
trying
have
time.
two good teams, because as they said earlier, two bad teams, game's over in 10 seconds, you didn't do anything. Like sometimes you
need
can
a
wrap it
chuck
up
on
last
there.
round, and then this round would finish. And you're like, oh, well, you can just take the next one because you didn't say anything.
Very nice.
We have done
Like
that.
Chakova and Sunby, that combination, they could talk about anything. Like nothing could be going on. They'll just talk. It's awesome. Keep everyone entertained.
Sembler does really good at it. I haven't heard of Sunby. I thought he quit, but maybe I'll have to go check him out now.
No, Sunby quit. He quit. But back in the day, he
Never
was really
mind
good.
then.
Yeah. But Sembler's great. I'm really happy about everything that's going on with that. He did the European roundtable. I think he announced BLC at DreamHack Winter this upcoming November. We'll be there casting it again.
The round table, the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be at DreamHack Winter casting and streaming BLC again. $10,000 tournament, maybe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. That's what we did for summer with them.
Cool.
Very nice, very nice.
Sounds like fun. You'll have to let us know so we can announce it also to all of our viewers.
Yeah. I'll give you
Tune in
an
and watch.
official word as soon as someone tells me what's up with it.
Good.
Oh, hey,
So,
look at that dance.
We'll
Yeah.
kind of jump into the patch notes for League of Legends real quick here, and discuss what's going on. You got the Skarner's getting a pretty big buff. Vanya, would you like to take over since you are the patch man?
Patchman.
I'll start at the beginning. I mean, Corky's getting a buff. We saw that in the patch preview. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he got nerfed to the ground, and then, well, I wouldn't say nerfed to the ground. His Gatling gun got changed, and his Q got changed, and now they're buffing his Gatling gun again. So instead of doing 0.4 on bonus damage, it's going to do it on total attack damage, which is nice. They're giving him a little bit of a base damage buff as well. Gangplank is getting nerfed again. His Raise Morale is getting, I'd say, tweaked, but he's losing some active movement speed when the skill is active, as well as the attack damage. Kog'Maw's getting a little bit of I actually call it a buff, but I know some people say it's a nerf.
Why would you call it a buff?
Well, here's why. I mean, the Bioarcane barrage duration is reduced from 8 seconds from 10. Because of how much mana it costs, and because of how much mana it stacks up to in that, because it does take extra mana every time you use it, correct? Yes.
What?
You end up having to wait 10 whole seconds for that buff or debuff, if you will, to wear off. Whereas if you're going to spam it, you're just going to spam it. So it enables you to wait your 8 seconds and then be able to cast it again at the lower mana cost, which is nice. But if you have to wait the full 10 seconds, I don't know. It's kind of a trade-off. I mean, you can do more damage, and wait longer between, but at the same time, you're going to spend a whole lot more mana.
So as a reference here, Bioarcane Barrage is not his ultimate. It's his W.
You are right.
Owned. Owned.
I fell.
Fail.
I'm sorry, I don't have a damn card like you do.
I just looked it up on the internet right now. That's why I was kind of curious. Like, there's no duration on his living artillery.
No, you're right. Living
Yeah.
I always get those two mixed up too. I get
Yeah.
Caitlyn and Katarina mixed up too. No, you're right. It is okay.
I will give that
Definitely nerf. I'm sorry.
the artillery and the barrage. Those are two very similar things where you actually comes to military tactics.
Yeah.
So it can be confusing.
Don't pander to me, dude. Don't. I failed.
Don't pander.
Pure and simple. I failed.
That's
Yep.
all right. Try better next time. And by next time, I mean now. Keep going.
Whoa, where'd that hammer come from? My gosh, everybody has a weapon today. He's got a gun. You've got
Hey,
a
hey,
hammer.
hey,
Sean's
hey.
got his.
The stream can't see it.
Jester's got his wife. I mean, what
Hey man,
I have a beer bottle.
Hey, that's all you need
I'm the most
sometimes.
dangerous of all of them, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, other than that, yeah, Skarner got buffed. I don't think he'll get boosted into pro play, but it's a nice buff. He needed it. Shaco gets a little bit of a buff, a little bit of health and mana. And Talon, I don't know exactly why they're nerfing his base mana and health regen, but they are. I didn't
He
think
had
he was.
10 MP5 base? Yikes.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot.
10 per 5?
Yeah, it's a pretty good amount.
It's okay, but his
Base?
he also uses a lot of mana, so I mean he kind of needed it. But I don't think that has any. I mean, they must have been planning this stuff before IEM. I mean, they would have had to. But I mean, Shushay played a pretty good Talon, but I didn't think Talon really rocked anyone at IEM. So whatever. The big thing though is that the Gunblade's getting nerfed.
Hey.
Yay! And they're reducing the attack damage, they're reducing the lifesteal, they're reducing the spell vamp, and making it unique. And they're
Thank God.
reducing the ability power. So I don't really know how many characters actually stacked Gunblades because of the cost. I mean, I know that it was pretty much the only item that Akali needed, especially if she stacked them, but the spell vamp reduction making it unique, I really don't think, especially for hybrid characters, that it's going to matter a whole lot.
Depends on how well you do in the game. I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
Jack stack him, I've seen Mordekaiser, even Misfortune was picking one up now for Ultimate. Like, it became
I
very
mean, it's-
versatile.
No, I mean it's still a good. I mean it's still a good item, but I mean if you're say you're a, I mean for an AP character it's a no-brainer. I mean if you really want that extra spell vamp, I mean really there's what 3 items that have spell vamp on them. Only one of them is not really unique, and that's the Will of the Ancients. So if you want to stack those, you can, but you're just going to lose the aura because I believe the aura is unique. So, I mean for the
It's like stacking Aegis, right?
Exactly. There's no point. I mean, if somebody else has a Will of the Ancients, you have a Will of the Ancients, the aura stacks, and you got 50% spell vamp from that, which is nice. But the rest of them are all unique, so you can still get up to by yourself. You can still get up to about 65%, or I'm sorry, that's 60% spell vamp. But who really needs that? I mean, you're going to lose too many stats if you stack that sort of stuff anyway. So I never really understood why they went and made spell vamp unique on the Hex tech. I have to say that because on the Revolver, it was just completely overpowered on like Mord and a few of the other characters, Morgana as well. So other than that, they're adding the bonus mana again to Tear of the Goddess and Archangel Staff and Manamune, which is good. It was kind of annoying to see the Tear of the Goddess stack up, to be able to see that the extra mana that you were getting, and then as soon as you upgraded, it was like, no, you can't see it anymore. Screw you. So I'm glad that they fixed that now. I remember I hadn't bought a Manamune in a while, and I just had to play Blitzcrank, pick one up, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, where the hell's my extra mana? Like, how am I supposed to know? And so it's really nice that they're going to be fixing that. The other thing that they're doing is just reducing, basically slashing experience and gold rates across the board in Dominion. So ambient experience, yeah, going down 10%. The health packs will now grant 20% more mana, which is good. A little bit more sustain there, and they're adjusting the personal score, so you get a little bit more points for defending. And
Yeah, well, like you'll get points for creep pushing. I actually paid a lot of attention to this one.
Hey.
They wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a rush to late game, because it's pretty much everybody joins and tries to get stacked up on their items and then they go do something. Now it's it's making every part of the game important, where you have to do well at the beginning as well as the end, because there have been plenty of games that I've gone in and we've gotten all 5 points and we're keeping them shut down in their base, and then suddenly they appear and they just stomp all over us. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. So
I think the other and the problem is, like, I've won 4v5 games in Summoner's Rift. I've done it. Like, it's not very easy to do, but it's possible. Dominion, it's pretty much impossible to win a 4v5 game because it's a simple matter of there's 5, bases. You have 4 people. they're always going to be able to win because you can have. I mean, even if you have 5 people one base, at least 4 open. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to win. So I'd appreciate it if they would balance a little bit more in terms of that. At least giving you a fighting chance. But
No one else can do it.
right now, it's just you get a DC and you're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well,
So-
I mean, the game's balanced around you having those players, and there isn't really anything they can do about that. So
Yeah.
hey,
Skill,
whatever.
baby.
Skill, yeah.
Skill.
So we got some upcoming patch change rumors posted by some Riot members that we have gathered up. And
We've gathered up the Riot members, not the changes.
do what?
Just read
What?
them.
See,
Just
To the where?
just read them.
You just ruin things like that, don't you?
How now, Mom and Dad? It's okay.
Let's see. Regarding spectator mode,
At least we have a beautiful son and daughter.
at the launch, when they release spectator mode, there will be 2 spectators per custom games. If you want to broadcast to a larger audience, we recommend using a streaming option, blah, blah, blah. Our plan is to roll out spectator mode to everyone when we're ready. From What Are You, Brian?
well,
I'll
Gee.
take 2 over 0 at this point, but come on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love 2 over 0. So, basically, we'll be able to get 2 people in a casting a stream for a tournament, stuff like that. So it'd be good for throwing, small tournaments. So that'll be nice. There's a mountain of technological hurdles for the replays that they've been steadily chipping away at to get it to actually record and replay. Why it's technological hurdles for them, but easy enough for somebody else to make a script for, maybe, or a small program for.
Game engine.
Yeah, and it's the game engine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adobe Air.
That's what happens when you do it on Adobe Air. I'm sorry.
Well, you're studying game design now, right? So.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
we should play a Beyond the Rift drinking game every time Demon mentions Adobe Air sucks or something like that.
Yes, we should.
Goodness, we'd be drunk at the end of every show.
We'd be drunk before we got halfway through the show.
Exactly. We'd be drunk before we actually went live.
You're funny.
Well, that happens sometimes anyway.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that about does it for me. That was all the
And
massively
you're spent.
interesting one. Yeah, I'm done. I'm tired.
And he's out.
Ah, it's a long
Two
day.
is still better than 0, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we still got a lot to go.
The-
The tournament pause not coming out to us either.
Seriously?
That's gonna be.
It can be.
That's what they said. They said it's gonna be a tournament.
It can be seriously abused, but I mean, you go look at StarCraft. They have it. What the hell, you know? I mean, they can let the players pause.
Podcast is 2 people.
Yeah, it is. It's not 10. It's not 10.
Yeah, well, maybe
Is
have-
there-
The team can unpause it if I recall.
Yeah,
I think they have to wait
Yeah, I
a
think you
requisite amount of time, don't they?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can unpause it. Anyway, so I was gonna ask in
It's been
Bloodline
so
Champions,
long.
is there obviously good observer mode, stuff like that?
Yeah, Bloodline Champions does a good job with their observer mode. I have to hand it to them on that. They
Good.
kind of built it around like competition in esports. So I think that's one of the biggest things they have going for them is that they can actually be competitive as far as observer modes and as far as like the in-game streaming system. Like you can actually if you have admin rights, you can actually broadcast your stream in-game. Like using an in-game browser. It's kind of nice.
Neat.
Is that how we have so many viewers?
Yeah, you do. 45 viewers. It's awesome, man. But BLC is like primarily European, and actually I'd say like 80% of our BLC crowd comes from EU. So
Interesting.
Homeland support.
many people on at this time. Yeah.
Several hundred of our viewers are European, so we get a lot of VOD views, not a whole lot of live views, because everybody's in bed.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's
Yeah,
really late
it's a little
there
late
right
for
now.
European right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I think
though
Rexus is the only person who's up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, we got
that
Pavel,
one.
and he's
Yeah, he's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty professional.
uh,
So I'm supposed to shout out Mr. 2, I guess, and I'm supposed to shout out Nasty from MOBA Champions.
Yep. We love our
yeah.
we
You
love our
got Weeps,
nasty.
Scriff, and Sunby in there too.
Wow.
Oh, well, somebody's a
Heck
given.
yeah.
I shouted him in Chuckout earlier, like their own exclusive shout out that would, kind of inconspicuous and shit.
They should go and tell people.
Yes.
Everybody
What
should watch the show. Yay.
Yeah,
last
we need people with like lots of viewers, or lots of followers, Like if we got Juicebox to retweet it, you'd probably have like 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
So how do we
but
do that
he
then?
wouldn't be part of it, so yeah.
Oh, Juicebox is like Street Fighter, so you'd have to talk
Oh,
about
okay.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So
See, there's
get,
my problem.
Get Juicebox on here, and you can talk Street Fighter a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, that'll.
it's not quite MOBA. It's
Not
MOBA, though,
quite.
so.
No, it's
It is esports.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a fan of esports.
it's a video game.
So if you ever want him on here, I can definitely get him on here.
Hey, good to know. Good to know.
Alrighty. Just kind of the last few things on the list of League of Legends things. They're going to be releasing all of the inactive summoner names. So if you've been wanting to change your name to something that's taken, give it a shot now or soon. They didn't say exactly when with the patches, would I presume. So give it a try then. And lastly, the public beta has reopened. You should have gotten an invite if you signed up. If not, go
Public beta for
and
what?
sign up for it. Basically, it's the public test realm for StarCraft 2, if you know what that is, where you can play the next patch now, and they'll give you RP and IP to test out different things. I did get on it for a short time, and I was very disappointed that they only gave you 2,000 RP and 5,000 IP, because you could get, like, 4 people.
Better
They did say that the more you play on the test realm when it's actually up. I mean, it was only up for like a couple hours this week
Yeah.
or last week, but they said every week you'll be getting like a small stipend of RP and IP each week that you can use. So hopefully, I mean, eventually you'll be able to get everything. But my question is, if they want you to test everything, why are they restricting how many champions you can have? Why don't they just unlock all the champions for everyone so that you can test stuff? Because there's been stuff. Well, I mean, because there's been stuff in certain patches that break things that came out in other patches. So it's like if you don't have the champion and the 500 people that have that champion don't really know what the hell they're looking at, like
Jester's playing with
it
her
just
hair.
kind of defeats the purpose. Like it would make more sense. I mean, the
What'd you
skins
do?
I can understand them not giving you, but they should have unlocked all the champions for everybody. I mean, it
Yeah.
just makes sense. And I don't think you can actually sign up for the PTR anymore. I think they closed it down after they got a certain amount of people.
Probably after they got bashed in the first 10 minutes.
Well, and it's stupid because I got the email saying, "Hey, you've been hand selected to be a
Public
public
test.
beta tester and all this stuff," and then I click on this link and it takes me to this website, and I'm like, okay, well, what's stopping me from giving this link to somebody else? And sure enough, that's what everybody did. People told their friends, hey, go to this website here, and they all signed up and people got in. I mean, so it was kind of a bullshit sign-up method that they did, but whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Not even any captcha. I mean, jeez.
So, anybody that in the chat or watching the stream that would like to ask Sobi a question, please feel free to type it in the chat. We'll start asking them as they come in.
Or more than one question.
Yeah.
Or compound questions.
And-
All
and
perfect.
if
Yeah, I've
you're
been
not
known
in
to
the
answer
chat-
questions in the past.
Yeah.
Will Sobi
And
ever
if
get
you-
better at LOL or League of Legends?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not gonna happen. I've tried. I've given it 17 levels so far, and it hasn't happened yet. So you'll see my my TF or my fucking violator looking motherfucker. I forgot his name.
Cho'Gath. I said that very same thing when I first joined League of Legends. I said, "Who the fuck? Why did they put Violator in here?" I said, "It is Violator."
Characters I play. So if there's no tank, I'm gonna play Cho'Gath. I know you support or whatever, but
For any of the children watching the stream, Violator is from Spawn, which is a comic book. Comic books come on paper. You open them up and read them. You would buy them at comic book stores when you would go to
Not
them.
all comics come on paper. League of Teemo
one
didn't
signed by Todd McFarlane is one of my favorite possessions.
Why do you bring up
Why? Why? Oh,
Ugh.
God.
Todd McFarlane, man.
Yes,
He's
Todd
a-
McFarlane is a ridiculous artist. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Yes.
Ridiculous. So I have someone in here that says,
He has someone.
You have someone.
what do you
there.
think BLC needs to become as big as the MOBAs?
He needs to go casual.
Well, yeah, BLC. The thing that BLC is like lacking is a casual mode. Like they can throw all the hats they want in the game, and they can add as much account progression as just kind of make it as tedious as possible to get to the cap. But there's still no casual mode. Like, you're gonna go in and you're gonna battle, and that's it. That's all there is to do.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they finally put in the single player mode, which
Yeah.
you can play against the computer. So if you don't want to play against people and you just want to work on a certain bloodline, you can certainly do that now. Finally, the tutorials are in. I mean, that was really, really important. I mean, they've really taken some strides to make the game better. I think really what it needs now is just people. I mean, it's missing people. Like, they did all their biggest marketing and advertising, SLS, and then when they brought Funcom on, they did all this heavy marketing and advertising during the time when the game was, like, in so many ways broken. And there was nothing there to retain players. So, like, they brought in all these Arena Junkie players. That's how we got Hafu. That's how we got, like, Spo came on for a little bit, and he left. I'm pretty sure that's where Wojo, Yayo K-Bud came from. So they did a really good job of bringing them on, and then they all left. Like, all these top teams came on, and then they all left. So they just need something for player attention.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Do you have any
questions?
like recommendations? What would you like to see that would make a player want to stay? I guess it's more of a question from the chat. If there's, like I'm very low in BLC thus far because I've just started playing it.
We just started.
Yeah, and so it's very much a learning curve. For starters, interfaces are very different. I mean, obviously the controls are different, but like even trying to figure out what you're doing and how you get into a game can be very daunting because they make everything look so
fast.
They make everything look so pretty. I'm just like you load up the game and then suddenly you're in the chat area. It's got big play, these other big things that aren't buttons, but maybe they are. This one's a button, that one's not a button, but it looks like it should be a button. What do you click? You start clicking randomly, or you hit play solo and then it starts searching, but you didn't hit start searching. There's just some confusing things like that.
That just came into my mind that I thought about a while ago and it just became relevant again. What this game needs also, when you think of any other successful game out there, take League of Legends. I bet you can name off 5 or 6 good League of Legends sites where you can get information, you can get strategy, you can get guides, you can get all that other kind of shit. But you can name at least 5, and you can do that for pretty much any competitive game out there. TF2, Counter-Strike, anything. There is absolutely nothing for BLC. There's like BL Gaming doesn't even we don't have news and guides and stuff like we used to. And maybe that will change. Maybe we'll get back into that again. We kind of just moved into the throwing tournaments. Herald of Insight existed for a little while. Got Kunju existed for a little while. I don't know if those things are still around. I'm pretty sure they kind of fell off. So nothing really exists. There's no community involvement anymore. There's nothing driving players to talk about the game when the game is not being played.
Yeah.
There's the BLC forums, but I mean, how far can that take you? You need people developing interesting systems, maybe trait systems, showing you what traits to use, maybe a little builder or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little builder.
You just need community involvement, and there really is none. So
I think it goes back to the
anyone in the chat here who's complaining about BLC, not being popular, fucking download WordPress or download Joomla, install it on the server, and make a site. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
we'll promote it for you.
Cool.
Haven't you done 5 redesigns on your site?
Oh, okay. I did. I am not a programmer, so not at
Poking
all.
fun, dude. Just poking
So
fun.
I made the first 3 versions of BL Gaming. I made completely on my own, and then I finally said fuck this, and I hired a professional company, and they were fucking garbage. I paid $4 grand for absolutely I don't know what the fuck.
You paid $4 grand for that?
Yeah. For that last redesign before this one,
Oh.
and then it was a complete waste of money. It was.
Could have hired Jester.
Longer than a couple months.
Yeah, I would have taken
$4
$4 grand.
Right? No doubt. So then the newest site, Rexis and Cyber and Falgren kind of worked on, and that's what you see now, and we're pretty happy with it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Just going to interject, make sure you get in the chat so that you are entered in to win the IP that Vanuel is about to give away soon.
Yeah.
So hop in the chat, hit the chat button-y thing somewhere.
Yep.
Yep, chat buttons.
So do you have any shout-outs, Sobi? Because I guess we're going to wrap it up and call it a day.
Well, I would give it to the whole BLG crew. I think Taz wanted me to mention him, so Tazosaurus, one of our shoutcasters.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, dude, he's still alive, man, but he's been under the weather a little bit lately, so he's
Since,
just recovering
February.
from some medical issue. But yeah, he's still around, and he got a new stream.
Global
so
warming.
he's pretty amped
Sometimes
up.
it takes a little while.
Obviously Semler. Semler came up from LA. We flew him out to New York for New York Comic Con and IEM, and we had a couple meetings set up, and he's really been taking a upper level role in BL Gaming. You'll see a lot more from him relating to BLG and our parent company, BL Media Group.
Media group.
And you can definitely, look forward to a lot of new projects, like all coming out, like with betas and obviously always new contests. And as we move into Firefall and CS:GO, you'll see all those keys being released on our site. Maybe we can give away a couple keys on your event here. So,
Yeah, man. That sounds
Sweet.
like a delicious action.
It does. Jester, Vaniel, either one of you have any shout-outs?
Or anybody with you.
No.
It's like, oh, well, I was thinking about it, but screw you guys.
just why don't you give me a shout out, dude? What the fuck? Nobody gives me shout outs anymore. So bullshit.
Well, then I'll
I-
shout
I-
out you,
I-
Sobe.
I-
Thank you for coming on. We
I
were
want to give a
we were a little
fine,
concerned.
Hold on. I got a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Sobe.
I'll show you my samurai sword because you shouted me out.
And also because he
How big this
he
is.
asked me.
That's what
I
she
wanna give
said. Sorry, man.
Wow.
I'll give a shout out to Team DD also, who joined us in here. I believe they're a Dota 2 team. Am I correct in saying that? Yes.
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 Dota 2 team. Nice. And
No, they're League of
League
Legends.
I'm sorry, they're League of Legends team. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, whoever you are.
We have someone from Dignitas here with us too, so thank you for watching. We
And
really
Dawn.
appreciate it.
Dawn.
Yeah,
that's
Dignitas.
correct. Yep.
Yeah, Dignitas. We like names.
Yeah, he
We
looks
do.
like the Cowardly Lion in
Griff?
real life.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's pretty
Oh.
awesome actually.
We just have an all-star viewership, is what it is.
Yeah. We're awesome. They like your bandana.
Thank you.
No, they do.
They don't?
Not me.
Oh, who likes my bandana?
I don't know. Someone, I'm sure.
This
I found
thing
out
is.
about this like super last. Well, Nowsy told me about it like weeks ago or whatever, but I
Yeah,
forgot
we
about
couldn't
it
get a
until
hold of you
about
all
like
day.
20 minutes before you guys started. But
That's fine.
yeah, next time let me remind me like at least like 2 hours before, and we'll amp up the viewers for sure.
Cool.
Score.
Um,
We like sharing the love.
Yeah.
So hop in the chat. Make sure you are in chat, or you can't win the riot points.
Well, at the moment, we have more in chat than we have viewing, so.
well, that's fine too. Whatever. People in chat watch the stream.
They won't hear that.
I can't hear you.
It's
All right,
late.
well, I'm
it's
just-
late.
I'm gonna
What
go
can I
ahead and Give it
say?
away then. I'm just gonna give it away. Here we go.
Go for
Give
Give it away,
get-
give it away, give it away now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
The 90s. I remember the 90s too, guys.
I love the 90s.
Wait, the
All right,
90s?
here we
What?
go.
What?
Meets
Generate.
the 80s.
All right, I got
Bum, bum,
Sun
bum.
the High.
Oh no, you're not giving it to Sunby.
Yeah, you need
There's
to.
Sunby. There's Sunby. I don't even.
Oh, don't worry about it. Somebody needs it. He needs it.
Why does he need it?
Hey, he won it.
He
Yeah,
won it.
yeah.
I picked his name.
Yeah, man. It's random. I like it.
It's random.
It's random. Wait, why?
Wait, why do people not? I don't get this. Why are people mad?
No, they're not. They're not mad. Somebody is like pro VLC. He's like pro like everything he touches. He's awesome. awesome dude.
Well, then good. Maybe he can, help our. Wait, is he U.S.? Is he an American?
Yeah, he's US. Yep.
Or Canadian? Okay, good. Maybe.
Is it U.S. or Canadian?
Whatever. We're
Okay,
all
is he
fucking what
North
they
Damn
got.
American
Canucks.
player? If he's a North American player, then good. Maybe he can buy some champions, get good, and help out the U.S. teams.
Yeah.
He has no interest in law.
So, I've been pondering about how we're going to give
Oh.
away the RP to the Riot, or the VOD viewers. And so we have our I have an archive. It's at Blip TV. It's at Blip TV/Perfect Rain. So please go there and check it out. Leave comments. I guess we'll just pick from the comments that we get. Just say, do you like the show? Give us suggestions on what you would like to see in the future guests,
Or
stuff like that.
Future things for Demon to wear on top of his.
Yes, the future things I can wear on top of my head, because this thing is at least 20 years old. I got it from my oldest brother.
We accept all things that are inanimate or living that don't move very much, like chickens.
Oh, I'm sending you a BLG branded one.
Kittens.
Please get. I will
Kittens
wear
also
BLG
work.
shirts. I will wear BLG hats. You know, you want to send me stuff? I will be happy to.
He'll
take
also wear BLG
because
earrings.
I need more shirts with less holes.
I have BLG nipple rings. Let's go.
Oh right, my wife would love you a lot for that one.
All right, this is devolving.
I would like to
at
give a shout out to
wonderful
my
pace.
wife now for just being awesome, and actually to my
We're not
two
listening.
two
Yeah.
of our friends who they come over on Tuesday nights and help my wife with the children because sometimes they don't sleep. So
I'd like to,
hooray for all of them.
yes, and my wife, for maybe her broken
Yes.
arm in her freak horseback riding accident, will heal quickly.
So, all right. Well, I guess we will stop it there. Thank you very much, Sobi, for being with us, and we'll have. I guess I'll restart the stream after this and talk to the viewers for a little while and just kind of wind down. So, thanks for joining us. We'll stop here and be back in a second.
We will.
You don't want
have
to
a good
play
night.
DLC?
What?
What?